Good morning from our global headquarters in San Francisco. Welcome to Chipper AI Day 2023. I am incredibly excited to share with you today a new product from Chipper, a product which we believe will fundamentally change online identity and verification on the continent and beyond. Since Majin and I began to lay the foundations for what Chipper could be, we have always been about building, innovating, and challenging the status quo for the benefit of the African continent. The use case for AI globally is staggering, and for the tech industry in Africa, we believe it has the potential to be truly revolutionary. And this is why I'm especially proud we're here today. Chipper's mission is to provide the most trusted and accessible financial services for the people living in Africa and beyond. And the newest product you'll learn about today will significantly enable this. Talking you through the Chipper AI story will be some of the brightest minds in the industry, our in-house team of experts. And now, I'm pleased to introduce you to Sami, our Director of Engineering.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Ham, for those exciting words. My name is Sami, and I'm a Director of Engineering here at Chipper. I'm going to spend the next few minutes talking about our AI journey and some of the cool things we are building with it. From our inception, artificial intelligence, or AI, has not just been a tool for Chipper, it's been a fundamental pillar shaping our trajectory. We've been relentlessly innovating, not just dabbling, in AI and making it an integral part of our solutions. From developing sophisticated user risk scoring mechanisms to intricately mapping transactional risk patterns and crafting engagement scoring systems, our commitment to AI has been unwavering. We have also built out graph network infrastructure to power risk investigations and find deeper patterns in our data. With the recent advancements in AI catching pace, especially in the foundation model space, we have also been experimenting with use cases stemming from developing onboarding agentic flows, building an in-house data analyst bot that drives text-to-SQL use cases, and vectorizing our organizational knowledge to allow internal agents to answer business questions. And none of this would have been possible without our team. From the very beginning, we laid a strong foundation by assembling great talent. Our emphasis has always been on machine learning engineering, moving beyond theoretical solutions that might work well as notebook demos, but to practically implement and productionize AI, embedding it natively in our flows. And a large part of that also involves the human side. We've developed robust internal processes to enable human-in-the-loop for intelligent systems. This way, we ensure our models are safe, work as expected, and learn from the knowledge our expert teams possess. While our journey with AI began broadly, our insights led us to an inescapable realization. Fraud and risk are best addressed right at the doorstep, during onboarding. It's a critical juncture where our commitment to the customer begins. Establishing trust at this phase sets the tone for every subsequent interaction. Recognizing this, we channeled our AI capabilities to develop a state-of-the-art toolkit. But it's not just about efficient onboarding, it's about smart onboarding. Weed out fraudulent personas and mitigate risks before they even manifest. And such, this is not just about protecting Chipper, it's about protecting the dreams and aspirations of our legitimate users, ensuring they get the seamless experience they deserve. We like to think this journey to embed AI into our risk and identity processes goes beyond technological advancement. It demonstrates our commitment to every customer, every partner, and every stakeholder in the fintech ecosystem. It's about making finance not just faster, but safer and more trustworthy. Now, let's go over each of the different elements in our identity and anti-fraud flows, beginning with our set of biometric checks. The Chipper onboarding experience begins with liveness detection. This ensures that a user attempting to verify their identity is a live human being, not a static image or a pre-recorded video, and guarantees that the person is physically present during the verification process. Our approach to liveness is rooted in the principle of immediacy. In the realm of online transactions and activities, verifying that the user is present in real time becomes paramount. Not only that, but we also have an opportunity to optimize network and data usage for our customers. Uploading a recorded selfie video to our server is a big no-no, which is why we decide to prioritize on-device machine learning processing. Instead of relying on server-side checks that could be vulnerable due to interference, we process most of the liveness checks directly on the user's device. This offers multiple advantages. It significantly speeds up the verification process, reduces the amount of data that needs to be sent over the network, a big consideration for our Chipper customers, and it bolsters our defenses against spoofing. The message here is clear. Chipper's liveness checks aren't just alive. They're alert, real-time, and uncompromisingly secure. One of the outcomes from our liveness component is a well-taken selfie. Again, we ensure and address different situations to ensure this is possible, detecting misalignment, luminance, and a helpful UX to ensure we get clear, consistent selfies for our users. Up next in our toolkit is facial verification. One of the most effective ways we have managed to combat account creation fraud is through one-to-many facial verification. This involves creating a facial representation of a user from their selfie, and then we compare that with other users' representations. When tackling this problem, we saw most pre-trained machine learning models come with subpar performance on under-resourced locales, such as the African continent, due to a lack of data. However, at Chipper, we have access to a wide swath of selfie data through which we've developed our own multi-tiered facial verification system. This system utilizes a deep neural net fine-tuned on our data to deliver a highly accurate verifier boasting upwards of 98% accuracy. One breakthrough we're particularly excited about is our use of diffusion models to generate adversarial examples. Imagine a world where we can supplement underrepresented real-world data with AI-generated samples, users in specific scenarios, wearing glasses, headwear, and even in different angled poses. We are further experimenting with fine-tuning and adding custom low-rank adaptations to generate even more realistic images. This allows us to consistently test and improve our model's resilience, ensuring it can tackle novel situations well and remains a step ahead of potential fraudsters. Further, we use vector databases to offer sub-second latencies when looking for matches across millions of data points. Due to this fast lookup time, we have also managed to use this technology downstream to power a selfie challenge flow akin to Face ID to deter account takeover attempts. Now, once we can verify these core biometrics, we next tackle document verification. This involves validating various forms of identification documents, ensuring that they are legitimate and correspond with the user's claimed identity. Africa's richness lies in its diversity, and this extends to the array of identification documents across the continent. Given this, Chipper's document verification is an ode to this diversity. Our state-of-the-art system combines varying neural net architectures, an LSTM, a multilingual deep learning model, and a vision transformer network to ensure we can process even the noisiest of document captures. Those are usually susceptible to rotation, skew, blurring, and suboptimal lighting. The system is also engineered to be a few-shot learner. It can swiftly adapt and add support for new and diverse document types with minimal examples, which allows easy expansion into structured documents beyond IDs, such as utility bills and bank statements. Paired with our facial verification technology, we perform a comparison of the document image selfie with the selfie captured in our liveness component to conduct a holistic 360-degree verification flow. Additionally, we are also looking into new age vision foundation models with text-to-image capability to provide question and answering capabilities over documents. We believe this will unlock a new layer of compliance for our partners, allowing them to be more diligent with less effort when processing identity data. Further, we have also built our system to have fail-safe redundancies to ensure quality is high. For instance, we might run multiple OCR classifiers in parallel depending on the document and pick the results from the highest performing one. Beyond recognition, we've incorporated advanced techniques for recapture and tamper detection. We see a good amount of photocopied IDs, some malicious, some benign, but through a spoofing layer, every document is scrutinized, ensuring its authenticity and thereby fortifying the integrity of our entire onboarding process. In essence, every technical decision, every model crafted, and every layer of our verification process aims at one singular goal: ensuring our customers have a secure, swift, and seamless onboarding experience. With that, I'd like to introduce my colleague Vinesh, who will delve deeper into the aspects of compliance screening and our back office intricacies that complement these Chipper ID components.
Thanks, Ami. I'm Vignesh, and I lead engineering in our financial crimes technology team at Chipper. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a number of challenges in the compliance space. First, let's talk about screening. Did you know the concept of screening has historical roots dating back to ancient Rome, where sentinels or screens were stationed to prevent unauthorized individuals from entering the city? This age-old practice of vigilance has evolved into today's sophisticated screening process, combining technology and expertise to ensure compliance. As we fast forward to the present day, Our journey brings us to the challenges that define the modern screening landscape. Just as the sentinels of ancient Rome stood guard, we too encounter hurdles that require vigilant solutions. Let's explore some of the common problems in the screening space. Finding reliable screening vendors today can be challenging. The cost of partnering with vendors can be substantial, and the options may be limited. In our globalized world, we operate across countries with distinct regulatory requirements. This diversity presents a challenge of harmonizing screening data that's tailored to each country's requirements. Just as sentinels needed to stay current on threats, we face the task of keeping watch lists updated. Regulations change, new sanctions emerge, and staying in sync with these updates is crucial. Modern screening processes often result in false positives. These erroneous matches lead to user friction and additional costs. From ancient Rome's vigilant sentinels to today's advanced technologies, the essence of screening remains constant: safeguarding against risks. Now, let's transition to a solution that mirrors our pursuit of excellence. Imagine having a solution that tackles these challenges with a fresh perspective. Screen Sentinel, a solution that expands the options available to us, overcoming the limitations of the vendor landscape. A solution that acknowledges the uniqueness of each country's data requirements while harmonizing them into a cohesive whole. A solution that ensures a screening system is always in rhythm with the evolving regulatory landscape, alleviating the complexities of watchlist updates. Today, we shine a spotlight on our collaboration with Open Sanctions, a partnership that embodies innovation and transformation. This alliance isn't just a collaboration, it's a catalyst for change. By uniting our efforts with Open Sanctions, we are taking a giant leap towards more efficient, accurate, and accessible screening process in the sub-Saharan context. Our in-house screening flow in collaboration with Open Sanctions was launched in February of this year. Since its launch, we have achieved a substantial cost reduction of nearly 99%, significantly lowering expenses that once exceeded $1 million annually. Additionally, we have enhanced match rates by a factor of 1:50, effectively minimizing user friction and decreasing associated customer service expenditures. Now, let's discuss the most innovative feature of our screening solution: automation. Imagine, if you will, a scenario that many in the compliance world are all too familiar with. An audit reveals that your organization is facing a daunting dilemma. You're inundated with thousands of screening alerts that demand attention, yet your manpower is limited. A natural response might be to consider outsourcing reviews to contractors, seeking to alleviate the resource strain. But how do you ensure these external reviewers align with your meticulous review procedures? To address this, you would probably add another layer of reviews or QC checks to train the contractors to adhere to your standards. At first glance, this approach seems like a pragmatic solution. However, the question of scalability begins to emerge. Imagine the prospect of dealing with a backlog of a staggering 100,000 cases. As impressive as your workforce may be, the sheer scale poses challenges that extend beyond the realm of manual processes. And therein lies the heart of the issue. Managing compliance risks on this scale becomes a daunting feat, one that can even test the most proficient and dedicated teams. It's precisely here that our innovation steps in, and we proudly introduce Screen GPT, the first of many AI tools as part of Chipper ID. In a nutshell, Screen GPT is a screening bot designed to analyze and evaluate KYC data points against watchlist data. It identifies potential matches or partial matches, providing relevant insights to support human reviewers in their investigations. By utilizing Screen GPT as a decision support tool, we can potentially increase the efficiency and effectiveness of the screening investigations. It reduces manual efforts, streamlines the process, and enables faster identification of potential compliance risks. To showcase the power of Screen GPT, we wanted to share a quick demo of the tool. To demonstrate the capabilities of the tool, let's look at a few examples. Our first example is a straightforward case. Our screening system flagged a customer with a name somewhat similar to a watchlisted individual. Typically, a screening analyst would review the KYC information against watchlist data for verification. Now, let's see how Screen GPT does the same exact verification for us. As you can see, Screen GPT assesses the available data per our screening policy and delivers a decision with clarity and confidence. Analysts can choose to use this disposition to handle the case appropriately. Our second example presents a nuanced case. The system alerted on a customer whose name appears transposed to that of a watchlisted individual. Screen GPT smartly identifies the name transposition and recommends escalating the case for further review as per our screening policy. In our third example, Screen GPT strictly adheres to the screening policy. As you can see, one of the alias names for the watchlisted individual has a middle name, whereas our KYC data for the user does not include a middle name. Our screening team ultimately deemed it as a no match by considering other secondary factors, which are typically not examined at the first level of reviews. As per the screening procedure, this should be considered a match as it has missing data and the model appears to be following the procedure to the letter. Now, what if you don't agree with Screen GPT's decision? Let's explore a case where the model predicts a false positive. Here, our manual reviewers disagree with the model's decision. In line with our commitment to continuous improvement, reject feedback takes us to a workflow where our analysts can provide insights to the model. These edge cases contribute to our ongoing enhancements, and we have estimated the model to have a 96% accuracy in predicting alert decisions. In the world of compliance, navigating through a myriad of obstacles has been the norm. One of the most pressing challenges has been the fragmentation of tools that analysts and compliance teams are required to use. Imagine managing different tools for different tasks: case management, filing SARs, screening, conducting investigations, all in separate silos. This lack of integration often results in inefficiencies, wasted time, and the heightened risk of errors. Another significant hurdle arises from communication breakdowns. Picture this. An analyst needs to request additional information from a customer during the KYC review process. Yet, if the case management tool isn't seamlessly integrated with communication channels, analysts resort to using external methods to interact with customers. This disjointed approach not only complicates the process, but also raises concerns about data security. Furthermore, the issue of siloed data and workflow exacerbates the challenge. When data is fragmented across various tools, analysts are left with an incomplete view of customer interactions and history. This fragmentation hinders effective decision-making and collaborative efforts between different teams, leading to bottlenecks and potential inconsistencies in compliance procedures. Today, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing you to an innovative addition to our ecosystem, the Chipper Portal Hub. As the leader of the compliance technology team, I'm delighted to share with you how this innovative back-office tool is set to transform the way we handle compliance cases, streamline decision-making, and enhance the overall experience of our users. Let's go through some of its key features. Imagine having a comprehensive tool that provides a holistic view of your customers, their KYC information, and with the essential Chipper ID data points. The Chipper Portal Hub empowers our analysts with a wealth of information to make informed decisions quickly, while also providing users with a smoother onboarding experience. Collaboration is at the heart of what we do. Portal Hub enables our agents, teams, and departments to work in harmony. This collaborative environment ensures that we leverage the expertise of our team members effectively, leading to better decisions and a stronger, more unified approach to compliance. Chipper Portal Hub streamlines the way we communicate with our users and collect vital information. By optimizing these processes, we reduce friction, ensuring that users can complete necessary steps seamlessly, while also enabling us to gather the data we need to ensure compliance. Our commitment to excellence demands continuous improvement. Portal Hub empowers us with valuable data, enabling comprehensive analysis and auditing of our compliance processes. This data-driven approach ensures we remain ahead, adapting to changing circumstances, and continually enhancing our operations. We'll now see a quick sneak peek of Portal Hub, where we'll showcase some of the capabilities of the tool, especially in the onboarding workflow. In our first example, we encounter a straightforward case. The user's selfies don't match, but Chipper data points appear to be in order. To resolve this, we simply approve the case. With a single click, the case status changes, demonstrating the swift and user-friendly nature of the Portal Hub. In our second scenario, we come across a case where we have concerns. To address this, we click Reject. As you can see, the case status updates immediately, and an audit trail comment reflects the action taken for comprehensive tracking and compliance. In our third example, we encounter a situation where more information is needed to make a decision. We utilize the Request for Information feature. By selecting Request for Information, we prompt the user to provide the required document. Once we receive the necessary documents, the case would be reopened again for analyst review. These examples illustrate its intuitive and robust capabilities, all designed to enhance your compliance experience. In the coming days, we plan on adding a number of other functionalities that would make compliance operations a breeze. The Chipper Portal Hub isn't just a tool. It's a testament to our dedication to creating a platform that not only meets the highest compliance standards, but also strives for efficiency, effectiveness, and user satisfaction. With that, I'd like to hand over the spotlight to Sofyan, who will walk us through some exciting numbers and outcomes that demonstrate the true potential of Chipper ID.
Hi everyone, my name is Sofyan and I'm the product manager for Chipper ID. What you have just heard from my colleagues Vignesh and Sami were the 5 pillars of Chipper ID. And in each case, we have explained the associated real-world problems and demonstrated how we've used AI and machine learning to solve each of them and improve operating efficiency. Chipper ID has been an 18-month marathon characterized by persistent development, meticulous testing, and iterative refinement. We learned a lot and got great results. And before sharing these internal results, I want to start by providing additional context to set the stage for my presentation. First, why do we need Chipper ID? For me and my team, our needs were clear. Like many startups and fintechs in the last 18 months, Chipper started prioritizing increasing operating margin over expensive growth. One of the key insights from our discovery was that we were paying a patchwork of vendors for KYC, and most of these vendors were charging monthly fees that were significantly contributed to our customer acquisition costs. And in many of these instances, we felt that the amount we were paying was not in line with the benefits we were getting. 2, the second need was about reducing fraud. Because we are operating in diverse African markets, we needed tailored fraud controls that combat first-party fraud during onboarding. And at that time, there wasn't a solution in the market that we could buy off the shelf to solve these problems. Faced with these problems, we looked at our strengths and our weaknesses, and at the end made a calculated decision to replace high-cost vendor solutions with AI-driven solutions that are built in-house. And we feel like we are well-positioned to do this. Talent. Like Sami touched on earlier, we have strong engineering talent in machine learning and facial recognition that fueled our AI-powered solutions. Scale. With a verified user base exceeding 5 million, Chipper has scale advantage to build and train robust AI models using this sizable data set. License access. Chipper is one of the few fintechs that has access to authoritative ID databases on the continent, giving us a unique competitive KYC advantage. Now, on to the results for Chipper. Chipper ID saves significant amounts of money. By replacing vendor solutions, it allowed us to end a number of contracts, reducing our KYC vendor fees by a staggering 80%. Chipper ID reduced fraud. Fraudulent signups reduced by tenfold, keeping our customers safe and ensuring Chipper to be a trusted fintech brand for our users. Chipper ID made our customers happy. It maintained our ID verification pass rates over a wide range of documents. Lastly, in addition to better pass rates, we are now processing verifications 3 times faster on average, leading to increased customer satisfaction. At this point, we are very satisfied with the breadth of offering and performance of Chipper ID, and we are confident that this is the useful solution to other companies like us that have a need to perform KYC on end customers in Africa. Now I'm proud to share with you that we will make Chipper ID available to the public. This is our all-in-one KYC solution that leverages our strengths and aims to provide seamless verification for users on the continent. Next, I'll hand it over to my colleague Victor, who will walk through a demo of Chipper ID with you.
Thank you, Sofyan. Hi, everyone. My name is Victor, and I'm one of the engineers working on Chipper ID. Today, I'll be walking you through 2 user journeys within Chipper ID's verification flows. The first demonstrates the experience of a first-time Chipper ID user, and the second one shows the convenience of our one-click verification for a returning user. In the first flow, we demonstrate the user experience going through Chipper ID for the first time. So on the first screen, the user is in some application called Port, and they start on the app's login page where they pass the email or phone number to begin the verification process. For this demo, the user passes their phone number. They then press login and start the Chipper ID verification process. The second screen lets the user know that whatever app they're on, Port in this case, uses Chipper ID for the verification process. Also, mainly that the whole process should only take a few minutes and that the data that they provide is secured. They also have the chance to view Chipper ID's terms and conditions before getting started. After they click Get Started, the user receives a one-time passcode, OTP, to help verify the phone number that they passed, and after which Chipper ID then uses that number to check if the user has previously verified and saved the information with Chipper ID before. In this first demo, the user is verifying with Chipper ID for the very first time. After verifying their phone number, the user is then presented with the necessary information they need to provide to be verified. This includes 1, a video selfie to validate that they're a real person, and 2, a valid government-issued ID document, and then lastly, some personal information, date of birth, names, etc. So starting with liveness checks, the user is presented with some instructions for setting up the environment for a smoother liveness check. This includes making sure that they're in a well-lit spot, removed any hats or sunglasses, etc. Then, on the actual video selfie, the user goes through the liveness checks. So they're prompted to properly position themselves within the circular view. Their selfie is captured. Then they're presented with the liveness challenge, in this case, to tilt their head up or look up. And then after they pass the challenge, the user selfie is checked against several other captured selfies from other users to confirm that they're unique. After liveness, the next stage is the user submitting their identification document. So here, the user selects the document they'd like to verify with. Could be a passport, BVN, driver's license. But in this case, we're going to use passports as an example. And so similar to the liveness instructions, the user here is also again presented with instructions for how to properly capture their ID. The user then places their ID within the capture frame and snaps it when it's properly aligned. They then confirm that it's a good submission, with a clear image of their face and readable text. And then after confirming, Chipper ID processes in the background, processes the document, extracting the key fields as well as confirming that the photo of the document matches the video selfie. So after successful ID verification, the third and final step is filling in personal information. So here, some of the information captured from the ID is auto-filled, and the user can make some edits or make any corrections. Finally, the user can then review the information collected, and after confirming the details, they can then just click to share the information with the app that they're on. So they can just share the information with Port in this case. So right after that, the user gets the confirmation that they've been successfully verified, and after they click finish, they exit the Chipper ID flow and continue as a verified user on Port or whatever app that they're on. And so that's the full flow for a new user who's verifying with Chipper ID for the first time. And so now let's go to the second flow, which shows the convenience of our one-click verification for already verified users. So let's say I'm the user who's verified with Chipper ID on Port. And then now I just encounter this microloans application called Lend, and I'm trying to verify to be able to start requesting loans. Since Lend uses Chipper ID, we can utilize our one-click verification for instant approval to get started. And much like the experience with Port, I'll land on Lend's login screen and transition to the same initial screens of Chipper ID, offering uniformity and recognition. And so first, I would go to the Verify with Chipper ID screen, which is meant to let the user know that Lend uses Chipper ID for the verification process. And then as before, I would then receive a one-time passcode, which offers an extra level of security to confirm that the number I'm using is legitimate. And then after submitting the OTP, a welcome back screen is presented where Chipper ID lets the user know that they've saved their verification information with us before, and that they can then proceed to verify that the previously submitted information is still up to date. When the user chooses to use the saved info, they click the Verify My Identity button, which leads them to view the pre-filled details. And so right after that, the user does a quick scan of their details, and after confirming the details, they can then click Share My Information. And with this one-click verification, that information is then made instantly available to the application that they're on. So in this case, that information is made immediately accessible to Lend. The user then gets the confirmation that they've been successfully verified, and after they click Finish, they exit the Chipper ID flow and continue as a verified user on Lend. And so there you have it. Whether you're going through Chipper ID for the very first time, or you're going through Chipper ID for the second time, third time, fourth time, the experience is designed to be as secure as it is effortless. And so with this, I'll hand it back to you, Sofyan. Thank you.
Thank you, Victor. For you, a potential customer, the 5 benefits for using Chipper ID are: 1, cost efficiency. We will pass on the savings to you. We will offer competitive pricing reflecting our cost reductions. 2, network effects. Chipper already did the work to verify 5 million plus users on the continent. These users, when they onboard on your platform, do not need to perform verification for the second time. Instead, they can leverage the KYC information that they previously provided to Chipper for new user onboarding. 3, seamless integration. Technology should be an enabler, not a hurdle. We offer a seamless SDK integration for Chipper ID that can be easily integrated into your onboarding process. 4, easy for end users to complete. Our products are highly user-focused and will be a breeze for end users to complete. 5, single provider. Lastly, we will be your sole trusted partner for a comprehensive KYC solution. At this point, on behalf of everyone at Chipper, I want to extend great thanks to our Chipper ID launch partners. We have partnered with some of the very best in their respective industries and are delighted to have them on board. In closing, Chipper ID marks a significant leap in ID verification for companies on the continent. We're eager to collaborate and extend our successes to your KYC endeavors.
Thank you to all our speakers and to our teams across the world that have worked tirelessly to build the cutting-edge technology that powers Chipper ID. What I hope you will take away from today's showcase is the ambition and expertise Chipper has to bring AI to life for the benefit of both our customers and yours. Chipper ID is enabled by all of the AI technologies that we have heard about today. Our product is the key to greater customer satisfaction and better outcomes for businesses. We're looking forward to collaborating with companies, partners, and stakeholders across the continent as we continue to scale the Chipper ID suite of products. As we say here at Chipper, onwards and upwards.